Hello and welcome to my video. I'm Sarah from Made with Love by Sarah, and today we're going to make a fun foil card. So this card I think is called a pinwheel card. So it's just a 5x7 card, blank, and the fun fold bit is this bit where you open it up and you've got a surprise inside. And then when you're putting it together, you just close it like you would close a cardboard box when you're not using tape, and there it fits together. So here's one example of my card, and let's get on and make another. So I've got my pieces ready. So for the card blank, I've just got a craft card blank, which is 5x7. We'll get to that in a minute. I've got my mats and layers ready. First of all, we've got this piece of pattern paper. It's double-sided paper, and this is 6x6 from a 6x6 pad. So first of all, we need to get our scoreboard and our scoring tool, and we just need to score at 1.5 inches on all four sides, being careful not to go through the paper. This paper's only thin. You need thin paper really, not card, to make it fold flatter and nicely. So there we go, we've got 1.5 inches scored on all four sides, and then we just give it a fold on those score lines we've just made. Didn't do that straight. There we go. There's our score lines. We just get some scissors and pick which side it's easier to see on. I can see on both of these sides. So I'm just going to cut this square out. We don't need this square. So let's just cut them out on all four corners, being as neat as we can. And then when we fold them over, they'll still look nice. There we go, last one. Just cut that out. Then we just need to decide which side of the paper we want to have in the middle. I'm just going to give that all a burnish. Make sure that it all looks nice and square. So I'm going to have this in the middle because I've cut out a sentiment to put in the middle. Because I've got a giraffe to put on the bottom of the card, so that's why I've chosen the sky. So what you do is fold one piece over, get this corner, pop your fingernail right in the corner and fold it along the bottom score line, so you end up with that triangle there. Then you just go around the piece of paper doing the same thing, folding over your corners, and we'll give it a burnish at the end, making sure that you do the same side on each piece. If I was, for example, to do this side, it wouldn't work because that's at the same side as that one. So you just go around using the same corner and then this last side just tucks underneath, and there you have a focal point for the card. It's really easy, this one. I need to make sure that my clouds are going the right way, so if your paper's directional, just make sure that your direction is the right way. And now we're up to our mats and layers. So what have I got? I've got this piece which measures 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. So I'm just going to stick this onto my card base. As you can see, it's really quick to put this card together. So let's put the card base on put the layer on the card base. I've got these for the inside. So you can just add as much decoration as you want to. This is for the middle to write our, well, I've got a sentiment. Well, I've got 3 sentiments. So I've got a giraffe for the front. So I thought I'd put, are you having a giraffe next to the giraffe on the front? I've got a base for our pinwheel, so that'll go on the card up there like so. I'm going to colour that giraffe in. Oh no, I'm going to put that. I've lost a piece for that. Oh, I'll find it in a minute. So I was going to put, are you another birthday? Are you having a giraffe in the middle of there? And then in the middle, huge birthday wishes. So let's get this stuck down. I've lost a piece of gold that I cut out. I'll find it in a minute. I'll just pop that nicely in the middle. You can just stamp your sentiment straight onto the card, but I just thought a gold edge would just make it stand out a bit more. So I'll put this in the middle. Just give that a quick measure. That's near enough. Then we need to stick, I'll put me, are you having a giraffe in the middle? Once you've decided you're putting on what you're putting on it, it's just really easy to put it together. Pop that in the centre. Let's fold our corners in. And this goes on I've cut that wrong, so I'm just actually going to chop that down just a little bit so that I've got the same border going all the way around. So this measures 3 inches by 3 inches when it's made up, this section. My mats and layers, I've just done 1/4 of an inch difference. Oh, let's make sure. Oh, it doesn't matter. So that fits nicely on there. But before we stick it onto the card, let's make sure that we've got it the right way up. Are you having a giraffe? So this is the top. Put my fingers at the bottom so I don't get confused. And just stick that onto the card. I'm going to put it near the top. Stick that on. And let's let that dry for a second while we deal with our giraffe. I've got a gold piece for that, but I don't know what I've done with it. My desk's in such a mess. I'll just have to cut another piece. That's fine. So with this giraffe, we're just going to give him a quick bit of colour. So I'm using blends from Spectrum Noir, and I'm using the Fair Skin blend and the Tan blend. So each of these pens has 3 different colours. So you've got the light, the medium, and the darker one. So I'm going to start off with the lighter one and do his spots. I don't know what the technical term for that is, so I'm just going to call them spots. Don't need to go all the way to the bottom because I need to cut it off to fit in my card. You can do all the blending thing, but I'm just colouring it all just to start. I'll do the middle bit of his ears. And I'm going to use the medium one, and I'm just going to highlight where the darker pieces would be, where the light comes from. So I'm imagining that the light's coming in from this side. I'm going to make his nose a bit darker. And then I'll just go around all the edges. I'll just blend that in using circles. And I'll just pop a little bit of a darker colour on just along the edges on this side. Don't know if this is how you're supposed to do it, but this is how I do it. And then I'm just going to go back in with my medium, blend that in the middle. As you can see, it's really quick, easy. Don't have to mess about too much. And I'm going to use this one, Tan blend. So I'm going to go around his head with this darker one. I love colouring, it's so relaxing. You just colour away. Don't have to be too careful about it. Use this darker one, go around the squares. I've not done his tongue. Going around both sides of his nose and these outside parts of his ears. As you can see, I'm not being too careful, I'm just laying the colour on. Again, I'll go back in with this lighter colour just to give some shade and definition. Using small circles, and I'm going over the darker bit and the lighter bit to blend them together. So there's his ears. I'm going to make his tongue, I'm just going to do his tongue this light colour. And there's our giraffe done. Very quick, very simple. And I'm going to put him on the card down here, so I need to cut him off round about there. No, I'd have a bit more. I'm going to cut it a little bit at an angle. So he's leaning in a little bit. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Also, what I'm just going to do is I'm going to get a ice grey blend. And on this one, this is a classique from Spectrum Noir. So you get two ends. You get the brush nib and the chisel nib. So I'm just going to use the smaller brush nib. Just go around the outline of the giraffe. And that just makes it pop just a little bit more. Just roughly going around the outline. I'm going to get some foam pads to stick up my giraffe. Let's have him stood up. Take off the backing. And pop him going level with the bottom of the gold layer. Now then, let me have a look for this little piece. Nope, I can't find it, but I have got this little bit of scrap, so I'll just make another one. So I'm going to use my quick grab glue, and I'll just stick this into this bottom corner, leaving the gap that I want to leave around the edges. Just give that a second to grab. I'll get my guillotine. And I'm going to cut it. I'm going to use this line of the piece that I put on and just cut a straight line, making sure it's level. Straight line down. I think my guillotine needs tightening up. It's a bit, it won't stay up by itself. I'll put that level, cut that end off. I'm just going to chop a little bit more off that end. you watch. As soon as I've finished, I'll find that little piece now. I'm going to pop this on foam pad as well. Put this down the right way up, put it down here, making sure it's level. And we need some bit of sparkle, I think. Well, I've got these yellow. Oh, I need to tidy up my desk. I've got things everywhere. So these yellow gems, I'll just put 3 in this corner. And I'm going to put 1 in each of these corners, 1 in these bottom 2 corners on this. And I think I'll leave it at that. So we've got another birthday question mark. Are you having a giraffe? Of course, you can put any message in there. You can put a picture in there. You can put a secret message in there. And in the middle, we've got huge birthday wishes. So there we go. That's our card for today. So I'll bring these back in. Another couple of ideas. So on this one, all I did was, when I cut the corners off this 6x6 piece of paper, I cut out the images that were left on the paper and stuck them on. So we've got a nice silver butterfly in the middle, butterflies on the outside, and a nice verse in the middle with a couple of spare butterflies that I had. This one's the opposite, so this one's got the blue on the inside. This one's got the butterflies on the inside. And I thought that was just pretty enough, so I didn't put anything in the middle. But of course you can. I just thought I'd have it like a little picture frame. And again, I fussy cut out the butterflies. This one I matte and layered best wishes on your birthday with a couple of things that I had left. So they're the ones for the girls. This one you've just seen me make. Are you having a giraffe? This one says happy birthday dude with a zebra. This is black and white with a picture of a zebra in the middle. So you can put anything you like in the middle. And this just says be awesome with a matte and layer. So we've got 2 for the girls, 2 for the boys. And there's our cards for today. So if you like what you've seen, give us a thumbs up and think about subscribing to my channel. And if you press the bell, you will get notified whenever I release another video. So thank you very much for spending your time with me today. Give these box cards a go. They're really, really easy. The hardest bit is just deciding what you're going to put in them. So have a wonderful day and I will see you on the next video. Thank you. Bye.